Alright folks, the deck is Reno Triple Blood Death Knight. The goal of the deck is to remove all of our opponent's stuff and then overwhelm them with greed, including Dragon Queen Alexstrasza and Alexandros Morgraine for a bit of inevitability. If you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. You can catch me live at twitch.tv/Roffle or here on YouTube. You know what I just realized I need? Definitely not the spammy. This can get me more copies of Vampiric Blood. Yeah, no deck is complete without Warmbow.
King versus Lunara.
All right. More druids trying to cram in due process, I'm sure. Or probably just Dragon Druid, but let's find some early game. Close.
I see you've brought guests.
Did Martian recently post a Cthulhu Druid deck? Could that be what this is? I hate to say it, but I miss the Dragon Druid a bit. Mods? That chatter right there. Get him.
The citadel stands strong. The time has come to dethrone our former master.
Bro, WTF. Look at Boogie Down. Yeah, it's almost a reasonable card now. Imagine that. It's worse. Call to arms. What are you talking about? Yeah, not every card needs to be directly comparable to one of the best cards in the history of Hearthstone. Nearly every card that gets printed should be worse than Call to Arms.
The more you'll struggle, the better. Breathe it in. His reign ends now. Job done.
What a delightful party.
Interesting. Terrifying.
Time to light a fire under this town. Writhe.
Well played.
Yeah, this is not looking good for me now, is it? I think maybe a change to a class that has been dominating an entire format for a very long time is probably just okay and a good thing. Maybe I'm the crazy one, I don't know. Those aren't good discoveries for me.
Our gift of the arcane enlightens us. Our gift of the arcane enlightens us.
That servant already attacked.
Claus, are you talking about I haven't played in a while? It wasn't me that was talking about it, but Paladin.
What a delightful party.
Which card would win at a fight, duel or brawl? Brawl for sure. Like, brawl implies multiple people. Duel is just two, so. I need to get this down and survive somehow. I don't know if I have the capacity to do that, though.
Death calls.
Because there is a Soulstealer in here. I don't see my outs right now. So we probably just accept that we lost this game. Or we try and stall so that we can hit Reno.
You look tasty. I have but little time.
Breathe it in. Arcane bolt.
Alright, we are technically still alive, which is the best type of alive. And we're dead.
I bestow these gifts upon the world. The virtue of the wild.
Do not fear. Corruption contains.
Boy, if we top deck this Reno right now, opponent's gonna have a real bad time. They refused to nerf Secret Mage Pirate Rogue for half a year, then make Boogie Down a 4-mana Worst Called Arms. Yeah, those things are not at all comparable. Those are... You need to breathe, relax. Those things are very different in very different formats. It's a bummer to have a deck or class that you enjoy playing nerfed, but it was necessary for the overall health of the game and the enjoyment of the game for others. Either way, raging about it here does not change anything.
Knowledge is power.
I think I might have to keep a Zeph into Mage just because, like, I'll probably need a Flare regardless. So let's look for 1-mana stuff. There it is. The Boogie Down is still playable, and Paladin was really strong, so I think Blizzard did a good job. Yeah, I think it, especially after I actually read it, I think it was a perfectly reasonable nerf. Like, I don't know, man. I'm just here to play the video game. Burge. You think the due process nerf was necessary? Yes, but it also doesn't matter what I think. Like, due process should not be a part of any deck in any, like, in a metagame. Like, it's just not a good play experience, and as soon as that happened, it's good that they immediately responded. In the same way that like cards like, I don't know, Ticketus should have never been strong meta components. Boogie Down now draws and plays 3 1-cost cards. Yeah, that's a very strong effect, isn't it?
Never forgotten. Thousand needles. Are you ready?
Look, there's only one thing I want here, and it's this. I like due process for dumb decks, but it's really unfun in most cases. Yeah. No, and and that's fine when it's just like your goofy mill deck that you know, wins 35 to 40% of the games, which is where it was previously. But then as soon as it like actually became a major component for the standard metagame, it's like, well, this probably needs to change. Bro, I swear this is the most generic Death Knight ever. Okay. What? Sure thing. But why, in your opinion, cards like Ticketus should never be a part of the metagame? Well, because they are extremely one-sided in how much fun they are. Right? Like, there's a reason people complain about Ticketus, even though it was not a real part of the metagame, right? It was because it makes people feel bad, and like the subjective feeling that you have when losing to a card is also important. That costs 8, right? So it's fine for like niche strategies that don't like warp the meta around them, but probably not the best idea for I think we just shove this because I've got the Corpse Explosion. Probably not the best idea for like actual high tier meta decks. Okay. It's a average roll for them. So it's very clearly an ice block up, so I just need to manipulate my mana such that I like do this. And we can go here. Should we play this? Or the counter spell, and then we get a flare. I hate you right now, Zephrys. Are you kidding me? Oh, it wasn't even... Somehow he just knew it was an ice block, I guess. Maybe unrelated, but looking back, I don't know how Celestial Alignment ever existed in its original form. Card balance is hard. Sometimes risks like that don't pay off. It's the second time today. The first time was my fault, though. That one was Zeph's fault. I have no explanation for that one other than he found the board more important, or like didn't. The real issue there was the arcane shot probably took the space that Flare would normally be, because Zephrys doesn't know about the Alex effect. So he was just looking for lethal, which was a priority over breaking a secret. So there's just like too many things going on in that situation for Zephrys to care about the secrets. Okay.
Armor! Lightly used.
Incoming Tempo King.
Time to light a fire under this town.
Break it, you buy it.
Okay.
Drown in your sorrows.
Cool. You love to see it.
Thousand needles. Are you ready?
Break it, you buy it.
Job's done.
When did Roffle viewing get so low, WTF? Kind of a weird thing to say, isn't it? But also weird when I have 500 people watching me over both channels.
Chaos comes.
Whatever happened to just basic human decency, I guess.
My rule is eternal.
My blood, what a lich king.
Chat has been pretty crazy today, yeah. Yeah. What are you gonna do? Need to generate some more corpses here so that I can get the Vampiric Blood online. Imagine somebody saying low viewers when he is a viewer and not being viewed himself. I mean, that's what you think. We're all watching him, actually. I'm inside your walls right now.
The more you struggle, the better.
This seems fun.
And now yours.
Maybe when Roffle gets enough viewers, he can finally buy a new shirt. I know. I know. One day.
I'm 7 moves ahead of you.
You're not willing to play casual duels because of people constantly conceding? I mean, there's a possibility I'll try it out. I've just been kind of waiting for them to reopen Heroic, but I don't know what the details are on that. So if it takes too much longer, maybe I'll consider it. It's also like, I don't know. Casual duels, it's a little bit less exciting to play for a variety of reasons, and I think it's less entertaining to watch. Also, I do eventually have to, like, just kind of bite the bullet and shift the focus of my channel to constructed, since there isn't going to be a duels forever. Look, this is the funniest thing I could do here.
But you shall.
This is maybe one of the only ways I could lose the game. But it's the most fun. Okay, nothing too terrible there.
Don't usually give, but thought dude was rude.
Well, I appreciate that, Joey. I mean, rudeness is just... people being rude is just part of streaming, unfortunately. I mean, the reality is, like, a very small amount of my income comes from streaming, so it doesn't really matter what my viewership is on streaming. So it doesn't really, like, it's not... If anything, there are times where I would rather have fewer viewers because you get weirdos like that that come in and it's, like, I'm more than comfortable with my view count on both. But I appreciate the thought.
Calls. The runes decide your fate.
Once again, this is maybe not the best play, but it's the most fun.
Remnants of life.
Wait, only some of your income comes from streaming? What about the streamer subsidies that the president called me about? And why did he need my credit card number?
Did you get details on what country the alleged president you're speaking about was from? It's just Jonathan Brandon's America, I guess. I don't know. Thank you, Collie.
Death calls.
What if we just, like, hit a corpse explosion? I don't know. I'm just gonna play cards and see if the opponent's hero explodes here.
Frost, mark of the bitter.
This realm of death is filled with sorrow.
Okay, it doesn't look like it's exploded yet.
But little time.
But maybe soon. I mean, we know they're not Reno, so they need, like, the 5-mana guy, right? I think they've already played 2 Siphon Souls as well, so it's likely difficult to remove the Primus here.
A new planet to burn.
This is net positive in terms of mana, but let's see what we get here first.
Unholy.
Dedge. We don't even need Reno effects. We can just out-tempo them. Will Zeph find lethal? No. He's inactive. Also, I don't even... Okay. This is the last thing I'll say about the view count. I don't like focusing on view count when I'm streaming because I feel like it makes me... I don't know. It's a weird thing to talk about when you should just be playing the video game and trying to be entertaining. But also, like, I don't know, thinking about it while you're streaming gets in your head and then you're, like, fixated on something other than putting on a good show. So I don't like talking about it. But also, I think my viewership went up by, like, 100 on both channel... or between both channels after that person made that stupid comment. So maybe we should just talk about it more. Any thoughts on the current wild meta so far? Not really, because I'm playing at a place where it's outside of the metagame, so which is intentional and by design.
Ah, I see you've brought guests.
Roffle is in silver just like me. Two things about that. First of all, no, I'm not. Second of all, right, that's plat, not silver. Also, I'm still queuing based on MMR, not rank, so my opponents aren't silver or platinum, most likely.
My rule is eternal.
Let's just forge this for the Ignis. Man, we have encountered so many quest mages today. Which is unfortunate because I'm not playing decks that have good matchups into it.
Can you feel the gift of the sun?
That's interesting. Alright, we can get disappointed by Zeph again now. No due process equals more quest mage? I doubt it. Like, the MMR that we're playing at, that matters. I think it's just people that want to play quest mage playing quest mage.
The sun incinerates you.
Should probably hang...
What we stood for.
Oh, raw math. Probably hang on to the Lotheb. That type of thing in mind. To be clear, the Vampiric Bloods don't help me out at all, but, like, I want them.
An incredible discovery.
Well met.
Polaner. Thank you for the sub. Appreciate that.
Time to light a fire under this town.
Another drilly. Are we gonna die? Surely not, right? Oh, we might die. So, to that person who asked about the wild meta, not looking so hot right now.
Time runs out on me.
I mean, now they're just taking a victory lap. They definitely did not need or even want to do that. How's that even fair? Here's the thing, it's not. But, I mean, that's just been wild for a while now. Your thoughts on Boogie Down? I do not want to have that conversation again. It's not your fault, it's... I just don't... We talked about it earlier. You can scrub back a bit if you want.
Will serve me in death.
To be fair, it was turn 7, yeah. And they played almost no cards before that. Is it a bug that so many cards give full dust refund? No, I think that, like, for whatever reason, the window for dust refunds has been extended. Seems like an unannounced change. It's been that way for a while.
Armor! Lightly used armor!
Could forge this guy. So that we're better suited to... I don't know. Get the Ignis online as well as Corpse Explosion if we want it.
Buy it.
Bleh.
Loss will be
Break it, you
more
buy it.
than you. The citadel stands strong.
Hey Roffle, any thoughts on the end of Boogie Down? They said that Disco would never die, but this seems like a bigger blow than typical.
Look, Disco lives on in our hearts, alright? I don't care what they say. It's staying alive. Thank you, Kali, for the bits. I do have a weapon. I could use some more cards right now.
Never forgotten.
Break it, you buy it.
What's your favorite deck right now? I had a pretty fun Shiv deck going for the Silent the other day. That was maybe my favorite. I need that off the board. But the Vampiric Blood is good draw, at least. Can always count on Shivs to be fun, and I can always count on Time Eater to be my boss when I play Shivs, yeah. Real and true. And true and real. It's also not terribly fun against the heart. No, losing armor does not count as changing health because your health doesn't change.
Time to light a fire under this town.
Tempo King. What do you think? Even Death Knight stepped down from the wild meta. It lost a lot of its good matchups. Like, it's really good into... It's the anti-aggro aggro deck, and some of the aggro decks that it beat, aside from Even Shaman, which does the same thing but better, fell out of favor because Even Shaman got so much better. And then also, like, with the recent expansion, things like Reno Shaman and just, like, Reno piles of cards improved, and they just farm even Death Knight on top of it, not really gaining new cards. So, a combination of reasons, but basically just it lost its good matchups and didn't really gain much.
Hey Roffle.
Hey.
So yesterday, I accidentally swallowed some food coloring.
Uh-oh.
The doctor says I'm okay,
Okay.
but I feel like I died a little inside.
Thank you, Cathandrian, for the bits. I wish you a speedy recovery.
The citadel stands strong.
All life must end.
Another card in Painlock that counted armor change for its condition. I mean, Crystallizer deals damage to you. Yeah, it's also deals damage, not health change, which is why paying health doesn't work anymore.
The Lich King versus Gul'dan.
Your soul shall be mine. You will know pain.
I liked when you did the Hearthstone trivia videos. You might be thinking of Rarin. Both of our names do start with an R, though. So.
Me have that for you.
You miss non-Reno Blood Decay in Standard? I mean, it's still there, isn't it? About as viable as it's ever been.
So fresh.
I think people are just playing Reno because it's new and powerful. And people inevitably will play Reno regardless of how strong it is. Man, Tendies. Tendies nuts, got him.
So fresh.
You're so sweet.
I mean, it's like it through anyway, right? They fixed the Ticketus bug. To be honest, I hadn't encountered it, so I do not know what the Ticketus bug is. We might find out, though. We can coin that out next turn, and that's pretty fun. And burn 10 cards when corrupted. Oh, so it almost does something, though. Incredible.
You are unfit to serve.
Won't.
Let the ritual of absolution commence.
Wait, that's kind of spooky. Wait, that's really spooky. Panic! Everybody panic! Panic! You didn't panic. Oh, wait, this gets me a coin so I can Soulstealer them. Okay. Good job panicking, chat. I'm very proud of you. Pretty mid RNG. There's only one card that I see on this board, and it's this one. Also, especially in Wild, it's usually unlikely that you get anything good off of the Scourge. It's because there's a high number of... Do I even need... What does this do? It gives me a Death Rattle card, right? It sure is a Death Rattle card. I don't think I have any Death Rattles in my deck, though. Didn't even need the Gargoyle. Top deck got your back. True, but, like, developing a guy is better than not doing so, you know? So, it's still a good hit for me.
The runes decide your fate. Unholy, symbol of death. Another soul?
Also, the Soulstealer makes the Corpse Explosion a better card.
For all I've given, I do my reward.
Love the Primus summoning animation so much. Big same. It's one of the many reasons I love the card. How are we doing on damage here? This... Hero power. Let's just go... Frost? So I think there's a decent chance we win, right? It's 11, 12... Plus 4, 16. I just need 3 damage off of this. Alex? Why would I Alex when I could potentially just win the game? Yeah, I think I'm going to win the game instead. Appreciate the suggestion, though. Hey, Ryan, when is your next trivia video? It's in editing now, surely. You're not ready for the next Uno video is the real truth, though.
The Lich King versus Anhilda. The stage is a battle.
Who's Shirley? She works in accounting.
You will know pain.
The golden shower in that Bazzuno stream had me crying. Well, without context, that's going to be a little weird. But sure, let's leave it at that. The best Aurora and Roffle video was the 3v1 wild matchup. That one was fun, except like the end result was fun.
We have turned our curse into our strength.
But like I was isolated, and so they got to have the banter, and I was just playing the video game, which probably gives me an advantage on top of like my knowledge of wild being greater than theirs in that video, but the result was very good.
Asphyxiate! Time to light a fire under this town.
How do I always end up with this nerd?
Do you have this in a bigger size?
Wait, chat, there's a Vampiric Blood in here that we can copy with the Fizzle.
The citadel stands strong.
Asphyxiate!
Should have brought in some members of chat as a handicap. True. Then they could give me the suggestions like play Alex Straza again. Give me this.
If power is what you
Uh-oh.
knowledge
That's an
is
Odin.
what I provide.
We are going to die soon. Unless...
My blood for the Lich King! Everybody, pose for the camera!
I can't hear you.
Alright. Just get lucky, forehead. I don't think we hit it. Oh! Oh my god. I guess we did hit it.
The Lich King versus Chillfallen.
Alright, back to the quest mages, I guess.
The power of evil cannot be matched.
You will know pain.
That was a really, really, really bad matchup for me, too. That was probably the only way I was winning that. And it wasn't even just like that we hit one of them. Because if we hit Odin, great, they just kill me with the Astalor anyway. The fact that we hit both is just absurd. How is every mage quest mage that we encountered today? Jeez. Again, at least this one's Renathal. That allegedly helps me out. We've got a decent curve. 4, get a 5, and a weapon, play this on 6, and then figure it out from there. It's just like that chatter said, obviously, no due process equals more quest mage. Yeah, but we've also seen due process today.
The mental image of Patchwork, Ordin, and the Astalor sitting down at a tea party to play really makes my heart glad.
Yeah, me too, especially, you know, when paired with the actual result of that game. It's beautiful. Thank you, Cathandrian. Wind Fury. Let's go aggro. I think that's our best chance of winning here. It's likely Reno, but because they have a Renathal, that's going to make their deck worse. If we can get a Zeph, we might also be able to actually get rid of the ice block for a change.
Count on me. I'm certified.
Does this get more than
Never forgotten.
3 damage?
No return.
Probably. It just needs to get in there one more time, and it's worth. Didn't work out.
No return. No return.
Well met.
New year, same decks to the Roffle Foundation. By the way, are my kidneys still available to buy back?
No, there's a very clear line in the contract that buybacks are not allowed. You can get somebody else's kidney. Can't promise it'll be a match. But thank you, Tubby. Appreciate that. It is a randomly generated secret, so there's no guarantee it's ice block. But also, let's be real, it's ice block, right? It is not. Hmm.
We rise to the warmth sun. No return.
Reno.
Well, looking for a standoff?
Careful.
It's against me. The rules decide your fate. Frost, mark
Oof.
of the bitter.
You're welcome, DC. Nice. Oh, hey, there's stuff. Does he offer lethal here? 7 damage, I think is the most.
Life and hope are worth fighting.
Good God. What horrendous rolls here. Wow. Yeah, we probably lose from here. Just because they complete the quest. Or maybe not. What is that, a 10 mana spell? It's got to be 8 through 10, right? Yeah, Yogbox is a real possibility. Should be lethal. With a fireball.
Your wish is my suggestion.
What were those other choices? Thanks, Zeph. You finally did your job. Alright. How do we do with this one? Pretty good, actually. We only lost a couple, but clearly our opponents cheated.